looks like my cell phone is ringing. I don't recognize the number, but let's see what we've got here. Hello? What's that? Am I interested in a career in software design? Oh, I think that sounds lovely. I love to sew, so that would be like designing clothes that are soft to wear, right? Like maybe made out of flannel or cotton. What's that? Oh, you're talking about computer software. Oh, no, that is not the career for me. No, I am so technologically challenged that I have a hard time figuring out how to work the TV remote. Hello? Hello? Oh, I guess we must have lost our connection. Hello there. Welcome to Grandma Kitty's house, and I'm Grandma Kitty, of course. I just had a phone call from somebody, and they were offering me a career in software design, and, I'm so old-fashioned. I thought they were talking about designing soft clothing to wear. Naturally, he was talking about computers. Yes, he must have thought I was just a crazy old lady. Yeah, I'm not creative enough to design something as complicated as computer software. I mean, I am creative enough to sew, but even then I need a pattern to follow. I just don't have a lot of ability to invent things on my own. Speaking about inventing, I have a story here that I wanted to share with you. This is about an American from long ago, and he was quite inventive. I mean, some of the things he came up with years and years ago, we still use today, and you might be surprised at some of the things he made. This is a story about Benjamin Franklin, yes, and this is talking about the things he invented back then that we still use now. And I'm going to skip some of the pages because it's kind of a long story, but this is Now and Then, The Modern Inventions of Benjamin Franklin, and it was written by Jean Beretta. Let's read that together, shall we? Now and then we think about Dr. Benjamin Franklin to be precise, and we think about his many inventions. Inventions he originated more than 200 years ago. It was as if Ben could see into the future. Almost everything he created is still around today. For instance, now our newspapers are filled with illustrations. Ben was the first to print a political cartoon in America. The cartoon encouraged the American colonies to join together or die like the disconnected snake. Now, bifocals are very common. Bifocals combine two sets of lenses into one pair of glasses. The bottom lens helps see near, and the top lens helps see far. Ben originally designed bifocals for himself after he grew tired of switching between two pairs of glasses. Now our world relies on electricity. In the 18th century, many people still believed that lightning was an act of anger and punishment from God. Ben was one of the scientists who discovered the true nature of electricity and how to use it. He learned that lightning is electricity when he attached a small metal wire to the top of a kite and gathered electricity from a storm cloud. You've probably seen pictures of that, right? Benjamin Franklin flying a kite in a lightning storm. Now many buildings and homes use lightning rods to protect against lightning strikes. Ben invented the lightning rod and was the first to use it. The pointed iron rod acts like a magnet and grabs an approaching lightning bolt from the sky. The electricity travels safely down a long wire into the ground. It prevents fires and keeps dangerous amounts of electricity away from the house. Now this gadget goes by many names, such as the grabber. Everyone has seen one. It's the long stick that helps grab items from out-of-reach places. Ben invented the original device and called it the long arm because it worked like a very long arm. Now swimmers and divers use flippers to move faster through the water. Ben invented things. When he was a boy, he was an avid swimmer and built wooden flippers for both his hands and feet. Now we understand and accept the benefits of vitamin C. Ben was an early promoter of eating citrus fruits to help prevent a disease called scurvy. Now our fireplaces are very efficient and easy to use. Ben improved on the primitive fireplaces of his day when he designed the Pennsylvania fireplace, later renamed the Franklin stove. He built it with iron to contain the heat from a fire long after the logs were burned. It also sat away from the wall to heat the room more evenly. So the Franklin wood stove came from Ben Franklin. Now, every year we observe daylight saving time, which means we set our clocks ahead 1 hour in the springtime. As a result, it stays darker longer in the morning when most people are sleeping and stays light longer at the end of the day, so we can save more energy. In the fall, we return the clocks to standard time. Ben suggested this idea in one of his essays as a way to save money by burning fewer candles. I don't know that I agree with Ben on that one. Now, every automobile has an odometer to measure the distance it travels. Ben invented the odometer when he was Postmaster General so he could measure his postal routes. Now, almost every large community includes a library, a hospital, a post office, a fire department, and a sanitation department. Ben lived in a city that had none of these establishments, so he helped organize the first of each. Now and then, we owe thanks to Ben for his important inventions, but many would agree that his greatest accomplishments came in the form of documents that helped save the world. Ben had a pivotal role in developing America's Constitution, the Treaty of Alliance with France, the Treaty of Peace with England, and the Declaration of Independence. It's remarkable that one man could achieve so much in a lifetime. He has certainly helped to form the modern world. Will his contributions help to form the future? Wow, did you know that Ben Franklin was so creative and invented all those things? He was definitely a creative person, wasn't he? So today, since the 4th of July is coming and we'll be celebrating America and what a great country it is, I thought we could talk about some American inventors and the things they've made. So you will probably know some of these, but let's do this. Let's see how many of these that you know. So we have, Alexander Graham Bell. Do you know what he invented? The telephone. Thomas Edison. How about that? Thomas Edison did the light bulb, the telegraph, and the phonograph. And of course, we don't use the telegraph and the phonograph anymore, but phonograph led to like records and CDs and things like that. Oh, I bet you know this one. Wilbur and Orville Wright. Airplanes, yes. And now we're going to get into some names. See if you recognize some of these names. Isaac Singer, do you know what he invented? The Singer sewing machine. Oh, you'll probably recognize this one. John Deere. Yeah, you still see a lot of John Deere places, right? John Deere farm equipment. Yes. Or how about this? Henry Ford. Do you recognize that last name? Ford automobiles. And how about this one? John and Horace Dodge. Those were Dodge automobiles. And Louis Chevrolet automobiles. Now, do you know something interesting about Henry Ford and the Dodge brothers and Chevrolet? They were all from Michigan. So must be Michigan such a big state to develop a way to get around easier, so they came up with the automobile. Yeah. Now, this also has to do with cars. And this is Charles Goodyear. Do you recognize the Goodyear name? Goodyear tires. Yeah. Oh, you probably recognize this name. Jacuzzi Brothers. Do you know what Jacuzzi Brothers made? The Jacuzzi hot tub. Yeah. George Eastman. Do you know what he did? The Kodak camera. And of course, now we use our cell phones, right? So that we can take pictures on our cell phone. Oh, you probably don't recognize this name, but you probably have used his invention. Lonnie Johnson. And do you know what he invented? Super soaker water guns. I bet you've used that one. And this one you probably won't recognize either, but you've used this one too. Philo Farnsworth television. All right, now we're getting into some names you probably will know. My grandson knows all these names very well, but Steve Jobs, do you know what he was? Apple Computers. How about Bill Gates? He was Microsoft. Yep. Mark Zuckerberg? Facebook, yes, and Jeff Bezos, Amazon. And how about Larry Page? Do you know what Larry Page was? He was Google. Yeah, oh, now this is somebody that you might know the name. My grandson talks about this one all the time, and this one is Elon Musk. Now, let me tell you a little bit about Elon Musk. He was not born in America. The rest of these people, they were all American inventors. They were all born in America and grew up in America and invented their creations in America. Now, Elon Musk, he was born in Pretoria, South Africa. So he started the internet and he bought Twitter and he's co-founded PayPal and co-founder of Tesla cars. And now the Tesla cars were named after Nikola Tesla, and he came to America from another country. So Elon Musk, he also came to America. He lives in Texas. So even though a lot of people may not be American, be born in America, a lot of them come to America, and that's where they do all their inventing and creating. And so, my goodness, we just have a lot of talent in America, don't we? My goodness, America is just such an amazing country. I mean, and not just the landscape and the beautiful territory we have in America, but the people from America are so inventive and creative and intelligent. Yes, I mean, we have an incredible country, right? So as 4th of July comes up and we celebrate 4th of July, well, we can think about America and all these amazing things, and there's so many more things that were created in America that I didn't even talk about. But just such a creative and an amazing country we live in. So I think it's time to move on to Move and Groove. And today I brought Made for This because I thought that was a good song. You know, I think everybody is made for something. There's something everybody was made to do. All these people, they were made to be inventors. And so remember that when we move and groove, it makes our heart happy. So let's hop up off that couch and join me and move and groove and make your heart happy. So let's see what we can find here. All right, let's see what we have here. Here we go. All right, get ready to move and groove.
I was made for this, I live for this. God has a reason for my life. I'm gonna shout it out without a doubt. I was born for this, built for a purpose. There is a God who made it all, everything we see. He built the mountains, filled the oceans, and he built me. He is with me, he is for me, I am not alone. He is with me, he is for me, and I know that I was made for this, I live for this. God has a reason for my life. I'm gonna shout it out without a doubt. I was born for this, built for a purpose. He is with me, he is for me, I am not alone. He is with me, he is for me, I am not alone. He is with me, he is for me, I am not alone. He is with me, he is for me, and I know that I was made for this, I live for this. God has a reason for my life. I'm gonna shout it out without a doubt. I was born for this, built for a purpose. Built for a purpose.
All right, how did you do? Did you get up and move and groove and get some exercise? Oh, always good to get up and move and groove and get exercise. All right, so let's check our bee basket and see what we have. Remember that our bee bag are the things we want to be. So, I don't think we've done this one before. This one says, be talented. Oh, yes. Do you know what it means to be talented? It means to be good at something, to be skillful at something that comes naturally to you. So, what's that? You don't think you have any skills or talent? Oh, I bet you do. Yeah, I think everyone has something that just sort of comes natural to them, something that's easy for them to do and something that they really enjoy. So what you have to do is figure out what you're really good at and what you enjoy, and then just polish up those talents so that you get really good at them and use them to make the world a better place. So I have some pictures here. So you tell me some things that you're interested in, and I'll see if I have a picture here to go along with it. So what's that? Sports? You like sports? Oh, well, look at this. I have a soccer ball. Yes. So I think that there are a lot of things you can do with sports, like, oh, you could be a gym teacher or a fitness instructor, maybe run a fitness center or be like a personal trainer and help people get in shape. You could be a coach or an umpire. Yeah, if you get really good, maybe you could play professional sports. So what else? Animals? You like animals? Especially dogs? Oh, look. I got a picture of Rover here in his doghouse. Oh, I just love dogs, don't you? I mean, they're just so lovable and they just make you feel so good. They're so excited to see you when you get home. So let's see, if you like animals, you could be a veterinarian. A veterinarian is an animal doctor. Or you could run an animal farm. Like if you like cows, you could run a dairy farm. Or my daughter-in-law, she works at a donkey farm. Yeah, you could run like a doggy daycare or a pet walking business, or maybe work at an animal shelter or a zoo. Yeah, oh my goodness, there's a lot of things you can do with animals if that's what you're interested in. So you like flowers? Oh yes, look, I've got a black-eyed Susan here. Isn't she cute? Oh, I just love flowers. Flowers just make you feel so good. Yeah, they do. They just bring a smile to your face. So if you like flowers, you could work at a flower shop and make flower arrangements. Yeah, or you could work in a garden or do landscaping. Do you know what landscaping is? That's when you make people's yards look really nice by planting bushes and flowers and stuff. If you get really good at landscaping, maybe Grandma Kitty will hire you. Yeah, what's that? You like food. Oh, yes, look at this. I have a picture of food. Oh, I love food. I mean, who doesn't like food? Oh, now there's a lot of things you can do in the food business too. Yeah, you could work in a restaurant. Maybe you could be the chef that cooks the food, or maybe you could be a waiter or a waitress that brings the food to the table. Or you could be, if you like to make cookies and things like that, you could be a baker and work in a bakery and make cookies and donuts and cakes and pies. I would like to do that. Yeah, or you could be a cake decorator or run a catering business. Yeah, and make food for people's events. Yeah, a lot of things you can do with food. What's that? You like boats. Boats, okay. Oh, all I have is a picture of a clipper ship here. So let's think. What could you do with boats? Oh, I know. You could be like a fisherman. You could go out on your boat fishing and catch fish and be a fisherman. Or work on a lobster boat. Have you ever been on a lobster boat? Lobster boats are cool, yeah. Or maybe work on a sightseeing boat, yeah. Or you could go big and maybe work on a cargo ship or a cruise ship. I think a cruise ship would be a lot of fun, yeah. Or you could maybe become a sailor and join the Navy or the Coast Guard, yeah. So see, you can make a career around boats too, yeah. Oh, you like music? Oh, I love music. Yeah, music just makes you feel so good. You know, if you're sad or blue, you can just sit down and listen to some music and it cheers you up. Oh, look, I have some musical notes here. Yeah. So, you know, if you like music, you could polish up your talents and go to college and maybe become a band teacher at school, or maybe you could write songs or teach piano lessons. Yeah, maybe you could join a band if you like to sing. Maybe you could sing in a band, or if you like to play an instrument, maybe you could play guitar or the drums. Or, you know, if you get really good, maybe you could like produce and record music. Yeah, you could do a lot of careers you can do in music. Yeah, so what's that? You like bugs? Oh my goodness, I don't think I like bugs. I'm not really a big fan of bugs, but to be quite honest, they bug me. Oh, look, I do have a picture of a bug though, but let me think. If you like bugs, maybe you could be an exterminator, but then that would be killing the bugs, and if you like them, you probably don't want to kill them. But I know. You could be a beekeeper. Yes, we need bees. Yeah, in order to have fruits and vegetables, we got to have bees. So you could be a beekeeper, and bees make honey. You could sell the honey. Yeah, so see, you can make a career around bugs. Yeah. What's that? You like houses? Oh, I like houses. Houses are just so fascinating. So many different shapes and sizes. Yeah. And they're so important because if we didn't have a house, well, we'd have to sleep in a tent, right? Yeah. Oh, look, I do have a picture of a house. Maybe you could be a carpenter and you could build houses. Yeah. Or, maybe you could become a plumber or a heating expert and set up the indoor plumbing and the heat so that there'll be heat in the house, or you could do the roofing or insulation. Yeah. Or, if you didn't want to build them, you could be a real estate person and buy and sell houses, or you could buy old houses and fix them up and resell them. Oh, just a ton of things you can do with houses if you like houses. What's that? You like money? Yes. Yeah, I know. Money, a lot of people like money. Yeah, money is pretty important. Yeah. Yeah, you got to have money in life to pay your bills. Yeah, you just can't get carried away with money, though. You can't get so obsessed with money that all you do is work to get money all the time. I mean, having enough to pay your bills and go on vacation every once in a while is good. So, I do have a picture of money, yes, and there's a lot of careers you can do with money, too. Yep, you could be a cashier or work at a bank, and an accountant does not necessarily work with the money but works with numbers. Or you could be like a loan officer and help lend money to people so they can buy things, or help them invest their money so they can someday retire. Yeah, a lot you can do with a career with money. Cars. I thought someone would probably say cars. Yes, I got this cool sports car here. Now, I like cars too, but when they're running well. Yeah, when they don't run well, I'm tempted to get myself a bike. Yeah. So if you like cars, you could maybe be a car salesman and sell cars, or you could be a mechanic and fix them when they don't run right. What's that? Guns? You like guns? Is that what you said? Oh my goodness. I do not have any pictures of guns. No, because that's kind of a scary one. You have to be very careful with guns. So you can make a career with guns. You could work at a gun shop, or you could clean and repair guns. You could be a police officer, SWAT. Yeah, you could join the Army and have a military career. So there are things that you can do, careers you can do that include guns, but you have to be very careful with them and treat them with respect. Yeah, I mean, guns can kill people, so you have to be very careful with guns and be trained to use them properly, because we don't want to hurt anybody, right? Oh, I've got something you didn't mention. Ice cream. This is what Grandma Kitty is really interested in. Yeah. Did you know that you can make a career with ice cream? Yeah, you could run an ice cream shop, or work at an ice cream shop, or get a traveling ice cream stand that goes to fairs, and you can make ice cream to sell. I think maybe this is the one for me. Yeah, maybe I should polish up my talents and start my own ice cream stand. But I would probably eat all the profits. Do you know what that means? I would probably eat more than I sell. Yeah. What's that? You think I might get sick of ice cream? Well, I don't know about that. I mean, can you ever get sick of ice cream? I'm an old lady and I've never had that happen yet. Oh my goodness, there's just so many things that you can make a career out of, whatever you're interested in. Planes or trains or cars or trucks or excavators or dump trucks. Yeah, a nurse or a doctor. I worked with a man that when he was a child, he and his sibling played doctor all the time. And do you know what they grew up to be? Doctors. Yeah, it was something they were interested in, so they went to school, polished up their talents, and they became doctors. So be talented. I mean, enjoy what you're doing and polish up your skills and make a difference in life, like Benjamin Franklin or Steve Jobs or Jeff Bezos. I mean, all the people we've talked about, they made a big difference in life, didn't they? And you know what? You may be more talented than you think you are. Yeah, there's something that you're good at. Yeah. So figure out what your talent is and go for it. Yes. And just use your skills to find a career for yourself. Oh dear. It looks like someone is calling me. Oh my goodness. I hope it's not someone calling to talk about software design again. That is definitely not where my talent lies. No, unless they're talking about soft clothing to wear. Silly Grandma Kitty. He must have thought I was nuts. So, well, I think I better answer this phone and see what this call is about. So you take care. You stay healthy, safe, and happy, and Grandma Kitty will see you again soon. Bye-bye.